All right, everyone, welcome to the Valores Training Center YouTube channel. And today we have definitely the most special and important guest ever, my very own professor, Cobrinha Charles himself, is here with us. Professor, thank you for taking the time being here. Always, a pleasure to have you in Manila. So, how's your trip so far this year, 2025 trip?
Mark, first of all, thank you very much for having me here in the Philippines. I love it. I love the country. I love the culture. I think one of the things you can give to yourself is traveling. It's a gift. Why is traveling? Because you get to know people.
Mm.
Look at that. I mean, you used to see me fighting
Yeah.
and watching me and trying to learn from me, even though watching videos. Look where we are at right now. Sharing, stories, culture, learning from each other. I think that's the beauty of traveling. And of course, if you do jiu-jitsu, then it's next level. Why is next level? Because then I tell people you have like two passports, right? So you
Mm.
have your passport to travel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when you get over there, and then
Yeah.
you have to show the officers,
Yeah.
and then they show the officer, and then they tell welcome to the country.
Yeah.
And the second one is the jiu-jitsu. And then you say, oh, I train with Cobrinha. They welcome you.
Yeah.
And then they take you around. So
Yeah.
remember, when you train jiu-jitsu, you can take your lifestyle as you travel to the next level. Then you have two, don't forget, two passports. One to travel to show the officer, and one to connect with people. Like that's what we're doing today.
Through jujitsu.
Through jiu-jitsu, that's the beauty. That's
Yeah.
through the community.
Yeah. Yeah. Just super quick story. It's still okay. That's why I wore this. This shirt is very special to me because I remember Professor Cobrinha didn't even know who I was. Of course, I mean, who did? But I was a fan already of his. And when I found out that you were starting your own website, your own academy, so I kept checking the website. And there's the merchandise portion because I was just super excited to get something from
Mm,
you
mm, mm.
to be like to be like, oh, that's my guy, man, that's my guy. So every other day I would check the website. The moment you guys went live, I placed my order already.
Wow.
So and then but now look where we are now. You're here, the man himself. The reason why I bought this shirt is here with me. So it's just crazy how life can, like surprise you. And
All right, you were talking about 2007, 2008. It's,
yeah, something
oh,
like
wow, that's when I moved to the United
to the
States.
States. And then, but I think this was when you started the academy in LA.
Really?
Yes, this
Okay,
was
so
from the LA
2015
academy.
then. Okay.
So you start now, Professor. A lot of people know, of course, with he's like he won this 5 times, super grand, blah blah blah. But what they don't know is, you didn't really grow up. You grew up in a poor environment in Brazil. It's your mother who raised
Yes,
you,
correct.
and then, am I correct? At 17 or 18, you had Kennedy,
Correct. That's 17. Yes, yes, exactly.
and you didn't have a job. Am I correct? Or like,
So no, I did. So first, yeah, I grew up. I come from the humble beginnings.
uh,
Okay, so which is, uh, but then I think for me, the most important was for me is reach is the values my mother taught me. Because people think that growing up poor, it means that okay, so you have no future. No, I
yeah,
think the values is gonna take you far. Right? So when you learn the values, and then my mother, she taught me great values, and it taught me to be where I am today. So and then to follow up to that, uh, if you don't have the great values, luckily she put me earlier in martial arts. That's what I tell people that you want your kid to succeed, immediately put them in martial arts. Martial arts that like jiu-jitsu,
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of values relate to life. Then the reason why I say that because parents they say to kids, be patient, uh, have discipline,
No, yeah,
uh, you have to be resilient.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's easier said
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
done,
Yeah.
right? But then with jiu-jitsu, with having a great instructor, I think because I think it will align with having a great instructor. Once you have a great instructor, then you can take your life to the next level. The kids' life to the next level with the great values.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because again, you're if the values of the parents
Uh,
match
the values of
the
the
values of
instructor, the
the
academy, yeah, the culture of the academy.
next level,
Yeah.
next level. I think it's all about values.
Yeah.
So then you can carry on for for the rest of your life.
So, so I guess we all have to thank your mother for who, like, with how you carry yourself and the values that she instilled in you, that we are really truly inspired by. So, thank you to your mother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. My mother, she raised me, but again, she raised me not alone because with the martial arts, and again, I
Yeah. So
need
it's
to,
like,
yeah, I need to give credit to my instructors too, especially
oh
when I
yeah,
started in capoeira.
yeah, yeah,
And capoeira it's the same, and then people in Brazil they always under underrated capoeira because
yeah,
they think this is for people that street smart. They have to be. No, I think he taught me great values. One of the values he taught me, he said, listen, I want you to stop fighting because I grew up fighting in the street, so you have to stop fighting. Second, you have to be more kind. It's all the things my mother was telling me.
mm,
So listen, don't smoke. Okay, so not gonna don't smoke, don't drink, and I'm gonna tell you one more thing: try not to part.
mm,
And then he was explained to me, and again, and then what you just asked me right now, Mark, and I tell people the reason why the martial arts is beautiful. You have to put your kid in the martial arts, but you have to meet the coach, the
yeah,
instructor, the
yeah,
professor. Why? Because I was my hero. It was my instructor. Of course, my
yes,
mother too. See my mother working two jobs uh, to support us, and but the who I was listening more, it was the coach,
yeah,
and I want to be like him.
yeah,
I want to, the way he was treating people, the way he was hanging out with people. I say, no, I want to just be like this guy.
yeah,
So that I think that's for me, that's the most important. That's the reason why it's not just putting the kids in the martial arts. Who are the coach? The values.
yeah,
I want to meet the coach. I want
yeah,
to go over there, watch for a few minutes. As I say that because I'm a parent as well. I want to go over there and,
yeah,
and watch it. And and then that's what I did with Kenan as well. Of course, I wanted Kenan to be a champion on the mat. Yes, but for me, the most important to see Kennedy succeeding, being a
y-
champion in
in life.
life. And then we know that it's not that easy to be a champion in life. And I knew that, and that's fact by myself helping because Kenny's mother did such a good job as well until he was 16. And I got Kenny when he was 16. And I said, okay, let me try to, uh, you know, transform this kid's life. But
Mm-hmm,
how am I going to do this? By myself? Forget it. I just, I would not be able to do it. But with the jiu-jitsu, yes,
mm-hmm,
yes, we can do that. And then again, still a process because I think even for myself, and for all of us as we age, I think we gain more maturity, and then the idea at the end of the day is to be a world champion in life,
in
be
life,
a better person, and
in
we know that
life.
in life because we know that how hard it is to be a world champion in life. I'm not saying that I'm a world champion in life. I'm working towards it, and
Mm-hmm,
I know that maybe I won't get there because to be there, it's every day. It's improving every single day and do like jiu-jitsu. We're doing jiu-jitsu. We solve one problem at a time, and then that's how for me, being uh, chasing this dream, being a world champion in life, it's every single day.
yeah.
And how
That's,
the other day we were having a conversation. You go to the restaurant, and then how you treat the waiter. How you always greet someone, or it doesn't matter because I always say, Mark, one thing that champions we. It's easy to see a champion. I think you mentioned yesterday as well. I think it's beautiful what you just said. That's the mentality. That's where click really well because the mentality you said, champions. You're talking about the champions, and
mm,
you're talking about the life. We have something in common that uh, champions they never give excuse.
Yes.
right? We never give excuse. And then we see that when someone, and we teach them as well. Listen, uh, I have ton of things that I can thinking about, and then give an excuse. But why am I going there? So we learn that there is no excuse, and treating people the way you like to be treated. Period. Right?
The- And that's the one I really want people to really get from this is, again, Professor Cobrina grew up in a challenging situation where most people would really just, oh well, but this is, and make excuses
Mm.
why now they're doing poorly in
Mm,
life.
mm, mm,
But
mm.
it's that mentality of not having any excuses. And another thing that Professor Cobrina mentioned, when it comes, because when I met you 2016, we weren't under your affiliation yet.
Mm, 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 mm.
But Dino's been telling me about, oh man, he's amazing. Stephanie's been telling me, oh, he's such a great person. But I've never met you.
Yes.
So, meeting you for the first time, 2016, of course, it wasn't a surprise that your jiu-jitsu is awesome because
Mm,
you
mm,
wouldn't
mm.
have won all those things. So, like I
Mm.
said yesterday, it's just like, it's weird if people say, oh, I met Brad Pitt in person
Mm.
and he's a very good looking guy. I'm like, yeah, he's Brad Pitt. See? It's just like saying, uh, training with Cobrinha, like, oh, hey, Cobrinha is amazing. I'm like, oh, you thought his jiu-jitsu was just okay? So, no one was surprised with the jiu-jitsu. But good looking, yes. We were surprised that he was like, I didn't know he was that good looking in person. See? Unlike Brad Pitt, right? Yeah. But it was really when we were out, like when we were at the, because that time, we were hanging out, breakfast, lunch, we went wall climbing. So, first day, I was like, oh man, I can't believe Cobrina's so cool, so chill, so humble. Because we met in the hotel lobby.
Mm,
The-
mm,
So I was observing, like you. I like to observe people. I'm
mm,
like,
mm, mm.
but then in my mind, like, this is amazing. But then he's here for a week, so let's see.
Mm, mm, of course.
I mean,
Of
it's
course.
easy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
easy
yeah,
to
yeah.
be nice for like 15 minutes.
Exactly,
It's easy
exactly,
to act
exactly.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh hey, of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
And,
True. It's true. That's true.
and I
So true.
remember, like up until the last day, I was like, yo, I think this guy's the real deal. And that's the reason, that's the main reason why I really wanted to be under your mentorship,
Mm.
under your guidance, under your affiliation. I mean, Professor, by now you know me. It's like, I love jujitsu, but I love the people. But I don't have any plans to be a world champion.
Yeah.
But
But in life.
but in like that's I was like, but it's like I know I can't come close to 1/100th of what you have achieved. But I was like, but I want to be more like you as a person,
Mm,
like how
mm,
you
mm,
treat.
mm.
That's why when people ask me, what, because, people who know me from the past, they're like, wait, how come you're not the same guy? I'm like, because when I observed you, how you
Mm,
were treated, I'm like,
mm,
if this guy is the best of the best of the best of the
mm,
best of the
mm,
sport, a legend, not even a champion.
mm.
Because, champions come and go.
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
legends, there are very few.
Yes.
So if a legend like you treats people that way,
Mm,
acts that way with humility,
mm,
who the hell am I
mm,
to
mm, 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 mm,
what? Just because I'm the instructor?
mm. Very important, Mark.
Just,
Very.
I go,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
when I'm out, I'm like, excuse me, you do know I'm a black belt, right? So can you
Mm,
get see? And that's always so that was the thing that really made me, man, I really want to be under the guidance, mentorship
mm, mm.
of Cobrinha. Not even the jiu-jitsu is
Yeah.
expected. So, but speaking of the crazy accomplishments you've done, so you've won your first world championship 2006,
Correct.
and then the last one was 2017.
That's correct.
So, like in terms of like emotions and how special was winning the first one and how special was winning the last one, because
Yeah.
that
Mark, so I want just to add what you said, that it doesn't matter the environment you're coming from, the challenges you have. Uh, sometimes we have the victim mentality.
Ah,
Okay, so it doesn't matter. You could come with a rich, family, a poor family. It's humble beginnings, but I think it's all of us. We have that victim mentality, and you have to always to check it,
awareness.
awareness.
Yeah.
Then because then it excuse, becomes an excuse, and then we know that. I tell people that one of the ways we can be a champion in life is that to stop giving excuses. So all of us will have, oh, I'm late because I'm late. You know the reason why, and then again, the people they should know the reason why. I'm sorry. That's it. I don't have to tell you, because I know that I could have done
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. It's always I feel like for me, it's what I tell people. Just check it. Just every time, make sure that ask the question to yourself first before you speak, because sometimes you
Mm.
speak too
Yeah.
fast, and
I'm
then
guilty of that.
right. So and then and that's what I do to myself. Let me listen to myself first. Okay, no, that's not what I want to say. That's not what I want to say. I want to hear that. No, 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 no. But that's not what I want to say. I don't want to hear this anymore. And then
Mm.
again, you build, the good habits.
Yeah.
So and then yeah. So 2006, no one knew me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just that. I think it was great in winning my first world title at
I do
IBJJF.
that.
They put in an amazing platform for us. And then the reason why I said that, it changed my life. It changed my son's life. It changed my family's life, because again, a lot of people, they complain about the IBJJF. They don't pay money here. They don't pay money there. They don't do this. And again, so it depends how you have to win. Once you win, you know how to market yourself really
Mm.
well. And then, like you said before, it's a lot of people, they know marketing. Yeah, they can market themselves really well. I'm not very good at marketing, but when I go to the place, I go back. Why is that? Why is that? But there are people that they marketing themselves really well. It's not that you go to one country one time and tell everybody, oh, I went to that country to do a seminar. How many times you go back to
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
country?
Yeah.
And that means that you're doing such a good job
Yes.
teaching,
Yes.
right? Hanging out with
Yes.
people. Again, share. I mean, if you really have the passion. If you don't have the passion, it is different. Then you have to really, really, really marketing yourself. But when you get over there, forget it. They're gonna see, oh, he's marking himself this way and that way, but not the way he is. And then what's going to happen? They will never get invited
Yeah.
to go back to the country, right, to the place to teach a seminar. And then I say always, especially for the new generations, and it doesn't matter. It could be the old generation, the new generation. It's understand that it's the passion. It's the
Yeah.
passion you have for what you do. If you have no passion, they're gonna see it in the first
Yeah.
hand. When you meet them, you're gonna say, "Oh, you know what? It's just marketing," and it's gonna be a problem. So the 2006, then I kept competing. Then I 2007. That's when I moved to United
To
States,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
2008, 2007. So 2007, that was my first time traveling to United States. So that's when I competed at the Pens and I won the Pens, and then I went back to Atlanta, Georgia, where was Master Jacare was teaching,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he welcomed me to the academy, and then uh, he proposed me to stay, and then said, "Listen, I apply for your visa for everything. Maybe you can stay over here." And then, of course, back that time, my mentor, and it's still my mentor, was Fabio Gurgel, who
Mm.
helped me, who connected me, and it was that day when we went to U.S. United States. It was Fábio Gurgel, Marcelo Garcia, Jacaré, and I doing the seminar. It was like, I mean, huge. It was beautiful the way, we put it together. I mean, it was Fabio. Fabio had an idea to put it together, and he put it together. And then, again, through Fabio, met Jacaré, and Jacaré said, maybe you stay, I'll apply the visa, work visa for you. You can stay, work over here. And then it was beautiful. Again, when I won the world championship at the IBJJF, and then I start training with Fabio Gugel, and that next year, which is going back a little bit, I was part of a TT,
Yeah.
and then
With
everybody
Terere
exactly with
Teles.
Terere
Yeah.
Teles, and then that's when I went to train with Fabio, and then that's when Fabio connected me with Jacaré,
Jacare.
and then that's when Jacaré proposed me. Said, Cobrinha, why don't you maybe you try? I applied the work visa for you,
Mm.
and then you stay. And they say, yeah, so let's apply. And then he applied for the visa, and I was there helped me in learning a lot because I learned so much, so many, I learned so much from Jacaré. I
Takara.
mean, so much about jiu-jitsu, about business. So I was there, for a few years, and then we decided, we decided together, and I moved to California to open
California.
my own
Yeah.
academy. So, and it was challenging because people ask me nowadays, Cobrinha, you did it. I said, did what? He said, then I said, what I did. So tell me, it's they asked me, oh, you open your own academy,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time you're still competing, and I
Yes.
tell them, I said, it's not a good combination. It's not a. It's possible to do it. It's possible to, But they look at me and say, "Oh, but you done?" Yes, yes. But I'm telling you, it's challenging. Anything in life is challenging. But I would say that focus one thing at a time. That you can build your own academy, but if you're focusing still on competing,
Uh-huh.
you're going to. It's going to be. It's like you have rabbit. You have two rabbits running over here. You're trying to catch
Catch
both.
both at the same time.
Who you
Yeah.
gonna catch?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't catch it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you pick one, and then you'll be able to catch it, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. That's the
Mm,
knowledge.
mm,
So, but then yeah. So then I decided to stick with, and then a few times I say because I was when I won my four times. When I won the fourth time the title, the fourth time, that's when I thought, okay, that's it. I think I'm gonna
gonna,
stop.
yeah.
But I think by the time too, the ego, the emotions, because I think the ego is very good. We have to have people always talking
Ah,
about the ego. You know
no.
what? We have to.
Yeah.
So if you don't
Yeah.
have you don't have the drive, right?
Yeah.
But with
Yeah.
emotions, could be a problem. You have to check it. Okay, so you
Check the
can't be too
emotions.
emotional. You can't be too emotional. And I think by the time I was too emotional, I say, you know what, I can do it. And people were telling me, "Ah, Cobrinha, it's gonna be hard." I don't think so. Blah blah blah. And
Because
I
you
said,
were already also in your 30s at the time.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my 30s. I was a master already. So
Yes. Competing at the adults.
exactly,
At the killer division of featherweight is a crazy
exactly.
division. Go on, sorry, bro.
So, but then, yeah, so then I decided, I decided to continue. Again, emotion, you go with emotion. And again, don't get me wrong, ego, you have to have it, but again, you have to check it, and then with emotions, okay.
Yes.
But then I didn't check it much. I say, no, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep pushing it, and I kept pushing through it. And then 2017, that's when I decided, it's gonna be my last run, and then I'm gonna do all the competitions, and yes, and then we accomplished. We did the Super Grand Slam. Was the first one,
First one.
doing the Super Grand Slam. Which what is the Super Grand Slam? People sometimes come in. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? So winning Europeans, winning no
Pants.
pens, Brazilian nationals, and then the worlds, and then the same year ADCC, which is not. It's
No
so
one's done that
it's
that time. Yeah.
exactly, but it's so hard to do. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because I think it has to play with the lucky as well. Why I say that? Because you get injured sometimes, and
Yes.
I did at the
Brazilian
Brazilian
nationals.
nationals. I pulled my hamstring
Yeah.
so badly, and again, I coming again back to the victim mentality.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell anybody. I don't
Yeah.
want to say, listen, I heard my hamstring or whatever it is. No, I decided to compete, and it was the first time. That was the first time that I brought my mother to watch me. First
Oh.
time ever, I brought my mother to São Paulo to watch me in the Brazilian nationals. And of course, I didn't say anything to my mother. I
Yeah.
was hurt, but because my mother was worried, and I didn't say anything
Yeah.
about it. But then it was for first time I was, and then it was good. It was a great feeling because I won the competition as well. But for me, it was so stressed out because I was just seeing where my mother, she's okay, and then I have to compete.
Mm.
I don't think it's a good combination,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so and then I decided to do I say my last dance, right? Let's
Yeah.
talk, like a Michael Jordan, right? So let's
Yeah.
do my last dance. So let's see, how it goes. And then we won all the majors, four majors competition, IBJJF competition, and I have the EDCC. And say no, one at a time. Like we do in jiu-jitsu, we try to apply in life as well. I think that's the beauty. Let's go one at a time. Let's think, I won this one. Okay, let's forget about this one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Instead of keeping putting pressure
Yeah.
on myself. Okay, so then, and then yes, but then we did something no one by the time
Yeah.
has done, which is the Super
Super.
Grand Slam. So which was we were the first one, and then I'm thinking, Mark, since we're touching base on that, since I was the one who created, I want to create a medal a medal, a trophy, or something that every
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
like, so
yeah,
let's
yeah.
say we have a Mika, now
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
give
yeah.
it to Mika,
Yeah.
right? So I'll give one to Mika. So and then I know
Oh, that's a good idea.
this next and the next one, and with Mika, you get the one, or I can give it to him since I was a creator. I would go over there, and then
Just
Mika and I boom go over there. Why? Because why I'm saying that? Because it's so hard. It's not that
ah,
easy. It's so hard. It's one out of like a million will be able
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, right? So that's something I want to in the future create, and then
That's
touching base with you. And of course, the first winning, it changed my life completely, which 2006
yeah.
changed my life. I started traveling all over the world because of this beautiful platform, the IBJF put it together. And that's when I ended up in Atlanta, and that's when I ended up, opening my own academy and helping my family as well through, what I do, because this is what we're doing right now. I'm here visiting you in the Philippines. People say this company, this is work for you. It's work. I love what I do. I have passion for what I do.
Yeah.
So this is not a work for me. So then, yes, in 2017, it was like it's a mark in my career, in my life, that we accomplished such a huge accomplishment. But I didn't do it by myself, of course, with the team behind, Fabio Jacaré, all my training partners, my coach Kenny Johnson, my strength and condition, my mental coach. It's like my wife, which is the
Ah,
great support of my life, my son. So and again, it's go on. We have a team behind you.
it's a
That's what I tell people, that it's sometimes easy for us to go over there and start bragging about ourselves,
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
"Oh, I did this, I won this, I did that, I did that." But I think the beauty is that is always, who's behind the scene,
Yes.
helping you to get there. Because again, by myself, just forget it. I would not be able to do. I would not be able to be here where I am today, right? So I think the 2017, that was the mark, the mark on my career,
Mhm.
that I say, okay, that's enough. It's
Yeah.
enough. But even though, touching base on that too, it's that uh, when I won ADCC, and I say, okay, that's it, that's done. I didn't call retire. I didn't say anything.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Until,
yeah.
until this day, you never, all Cobrinha didn't retire. But yeah, people started, oh, he stopped, he's not competing more, he retired. So, but yeah, I retired 2017, but I never announced that.
Officially,
Official
you
announced
never
it.
official.
Never. So, but then the next year, I start itching,
Nah,
oh, because again, imagine that you stopped, you stopped it, retired
at the top
at
of
the
the
top.
game and doing something no one's done at that
Exactly,
time.
exactly. And then I was asking myself, like, no, no, no. And one side of my brain saying, hey, come on, you're in the top of it.
Yeah.
Stop it right now. The other side, no, 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 no. You did so well. Let's go back again. Let's run it again. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
and it was a conflict with my mind. And I said, okay, let me meditate. And then, because again, and when I got closer to Euros, and the next year, it's serious. This is serious. I never
Okay.
said that. Okay, this
Yeah.
first time saying this to you. First time ever saying that. I started like shaking. It's addiction. I felt like, it was sort of like
Uh,
addiction. I want to go
you're
back.
getting withdrawals.
Exactly. So, and I feel like, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Control yourself. And then it's like it's self talking. And I told Danny, I said, Danny, I'm getting this weird sensations, weird feeling of, I should go back and do it again. And then of course, he's being my support.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, whatever you want to do, I support you." But I say, "No, no, no. But listen, wait a second. Get your thing together. Get your thing together. Listen, do more, meditate more, read more about it. Help. Ask for help." And because again, that's what I love. I have been doing this my
Mhm.
whole life, but I felt that, this is something that, and again, I know myself really well. And I get into that thing again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. And then, and
Then
why?
now
And why not, Mark? Whatever. So I think that is everything in life. There's a begin, the middle, and the
the
end.
end.
Okay, so then you have to know when to get in and then when to get out. Why I
Mm.
say that? Because there is a lot of athletes. It's just not jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
across. Yeah,
athletes.
all
Oh,
all sports, all sports.
it's we as we start. I always recommend them, especially for kids, losing. They have to lose. They have to learn
Yeah.
how to lose.
Yes.
Why? Because that's life.
Yeah.
If you want to take this to life, you have to start losing, and then you learn.
Yeah.
You learn the resilience to
Yes.
come back and see that building the character, like being a champion,
Yes.
not just when you're winning. Because when it's easy, When you're a champ, it's easy. But losing, when you're losing, that's a
And
different.
that's where a lot of the character will be shown.
You build.
Yeah.
You build. If you don't have, you're gonna build it because
Yeah.
it's gonna help you to
Yeah.
build it from the beginning. So that's why I say to people, starting as the kids, it's for me. It makes me think when they are winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. That's for me. It's a problem in the beginning because
Yeah.
they didn't face the
Yeah.
adversities,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And then how they're going to overcome that?
Yeah.
Because to be a champion when you're winning, it's so simple. They're
Yeah.
gonna come to you. They're gonna stand. They
Yeah.
made. They're gonna good
It's
job,
such a great
Cobrinha.
feeling. It's such a great. Everyone's your friend.
Exactly, everyone. And you make more friends, which
Yeah.
you have to take advantage as well.
Friends.
I said, but no, but sometimes, talking about this too, sometimes you get friends that you gotta be for your life too. And you have to take an advantage in a good way to build connections.
Oh
And
yeah.
there are
Yeah.
people, look at us right now.
Yeah.
We will never be
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
if it would be jiu-jitsu. That's
Yeah.
my point too.
Yes.
I think we have to see it for the positive
Oh yeah.
side of it. But
Oh,
anyways, going back to that, so then I thought to myself, okay, so what I'm gonna do now here for now. So and then I started, asking for help as well. I said, listen, I need help. I need, I need to read more. I need to see, and then start studying that. This because I was saying that we wanna, as we're saying, so we wanna learn how to lose in the beginning. We have to,
Mhm.
right? Why? Because we build resilience and
Uh-huh.
then we build character as well. But when we finish our career, that's a different story. If you tasted the first place, you taste that gold medal, and then the success. If you can finish on top, that's next level.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because you look back and say, okay, because in my life, I started already losing, right? When I say losing, because growing up with my mother, and then it comes for the humble
Beginning. Yeah.
beginnings, and then learn how to survive, day by day.
Mm.
I think it taught me a lot of resilience in my life. Yeah, and like I said before that, I'm gonna repeat that. But the values my
Your
mom
mom.
taught me helped me to get where I wanna get. When it reinforced with my instructors, or my great instructors, I had my mentors. I don't call
The
instructors; I call them
yeah.
mentors because they took my life to the next level. So then, but when you stop on top, I think it's next level because then you don't have that feeling that oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this. I'm gonna tell you, Mark, I have no regrets in my life, so ever. I don't,
Yeah.
and the reason why I don't have regrets is that because I did it all and I
Yeah.
gave my all.
Yeah.
And one thing that I thought a lot of kids that like when they pass by me, which is it's a lot of people, but I can mention some like because they're succeeding as well, and I'm happy to see them succeeding. So it was Michael Lange, uh, uh, Mika, Babe Shark.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
the one thing I used to tell them, my son as well, Jalen, Isaac. I used to tell them. I said, listen, there's no vacation. If you're thinking about accomplish something in your life, there is no such thing called vacation. You for dictionary, it does exist on your dictionary.
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 Yeah.
It does exist. So you got to think that in your books that does exist. So think think that there is no vacation. Why? Because when if you're playing as a professional,
As a
okay, as
professional.
a
Yes.
professional, because then it doesn't matter. And anything you're a professional, if everything is in your profession,
Yeah.
and then you think that okay, so if you think that you want to, how do I translate what Cobrinha is saying to my company? Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
all that you
Yeah.
won't regret. When
Yeah.
you say you call retired, you say no, now I'm retired. You're gonna look back and you're gonna be proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. When I look back, because again, I can't just be too humble and not thank myself as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
for what I have accomplished.
Yes.
Right? It's sometimes humility. You have to know that someone a wiser person one time said, Mark. He said, you have to know when to be humble and when show what you are. That's it. What
Yes.
you're
Yes.
made it for. So and that's for me. I cannot just thank myself as well because I dedicated myself, and then people taught me the discipline, and then I stick with my discipline, my consistency. That's one thing I tell them: know your purpose. You know your purpose. That you know your purpose. I do know my purpose. You do have the resilience. Yes, I do know. I do have resilience. Do you know how to be a champion and the good times and the tough
The
times?
tough times.
I do
Yeah.
know. Do you have this? Do you have discipline? Do you have a consistency?
Mm.
Yes, I do. You take your life or anything you touch to the next
Next level.
level.
That's yeah. Those are. Thank you for sharing a lot of those stuff that I.
Mark, it's pleasure, man.
And
Pleasure. I have passion for it.
but here's also the thing. We discussed about the super grand slam and stuff. I know we. This is such a fun talk, but here's also another thing that a lot of people also don't know that you achieved that. That was 2017.
Yes.
You were already 36.
30. Oh, I was about to turn 38. So we can call 38 because it was the year of 38.
All right. See, so but not a lot of people. So you're still in the history. But I mean this in the most positive way.
Okay, cool. Absolutely, absolutely.
The oldest.
Yeah, I have to call Dino on this one. Oldest. We're talking about age.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Dino. The oldest to win the majors, especially
Yes.
the worlds and ADCC. So you're still the record holder for that. And right now, you're turning how old this year? This is 2025.
46.
So he's turning 46. Okay. So, don't worry, I'll post pictures later of him without his shirt on. So, no. So, do you have any such advice for longevity? Because you showed that you could compete at the highest level, being at that age.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and really being with you, observing you, really just hanging out and what you want. You still live your life like you're competing tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
So, any advice, for especially for the people who are in their 30s already, for 40s already, like what your longevity? What's the secret to longevity?
You know, funny you're talking about this longevity. So today I was talking with Anton, which is Dino's
The
the
cousin,
cousin, yeah.
yeah.
And it was saying that he was telling me that his story, and then for me, it's fascinating listening to people. He was telling me, Cobrinha, I was so addicted to Diet Coke, and I was 200 and I'll say like 15, 20 pounds. Huge.
Yeah.
And then he said, I got it with I got in a diet with the discipline, with the passion for myself, look in the mirror and see myself, say, no, I don't like what I'm seeing. That's his words. And then he said, I took my life to the next level. And if you see him right now, I was looking at him, I say, oh my God, what a transformation.
Yeah.
But again, and I was telling him, I think the beauty about just him and myself as well, and others, I think, who can do as well, it's not to show off.
Yeah.
It's like it becomes a lifestyle. A lifestyle is that is you have the discipline, and people say, "Oh, it's so hard that," and then they tell me, "Cobrinha, I have my cheat day. What is your cheat day?" I said, "What do you exactly mean? It's my cheat day." And they say, "No, you treat yourself." I say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand that. What do you mean you treat yourself? Explain to me because I don't get it." So you eating healthy food to
5 days.
Friday,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
5 to 6 days.
Yeah.
And 1 day or 2 days, you say, okay, now I'm gonna eat whatever I want to.
Yeah.
So, and then you just is breaking the habit of being disciplined.
The habit of
Yeah.
being disciplined.
So I think that's the problem. What people sometimes they don't understand. And again, it's not be all he's he's crazy. Cobrinha is crazy. Don't follow him. No, that's the reason why people ask me about my diet. I say this has been working for me. And then again, this is not me trying to be an example for anybody. So, but if you look at me, and then again, sometimes people trying to be an example. I'm not trying to be an example to anybody because again, if you try to be an example, now you're forcing.
Yeah.
No, for me, I have a passion for what I do, and I have I love the way I have my discipline. I work on my discipline every single day because discipline is something that people think, oh, he was born with that. No, you have to. It's just building good habits, but you have to stick with those good habits.
Good habits.
You have to, and then there is something that is no negotiable.
Yeah.
There's something in life that's, listen, that's my time to do this. No, I can't. I can't. This is no
Mm,
negotiable.
mm.
I have to. I have to make. I have to do it. There's things that I learned that in my career, in my life, Mark helped me with that. I mean, keeping my discipline, my consistency. It's learn how to say no.
Learn how to say no.
Why? Because sometimes
Yes.
sometimes in life, you have your schedule. Okay, so you have your schedule. All of a sudden, I'm telling Mark, yes, Mark, I'm gonna help you now. Yes, Jose, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you, Junior. I'm gonna help you, Mark. I'm gonna help you. I have like four people to help. Okay,
Mm.
and then I forgot to prioritize myself as
Yeah.
well. And then all of a sudden, you become a flake because I have to call Mark and say, hey, Mark,
Mm.
I'm sorry. I
Because
can't.
yeah.
I can't. I can't. I can't help you. I'm sorry, Jose. I can't help you because there is a lot of things getting away. So when I learn how to say no, I took my life to the next level. Then that is one thing that if you fly, I know that you're afraid, afraid of flying, but if you fly, the first thing they tell you, what is it? The flight attendant.
I don't know. I'm so busy praying, so I couldn't hear. I'm like, oh God, please. So
But
I'm
they tell you if something happened, what has to drop the
like
mask?
the
The
mask.
mask, and then we
Yeah.
have to help who first? You have to help
Like
ourselves first,
ourselves.
and then we
Yes.
help others.
Yes.
But the same thing, I think, same thing in life. I believe it's exactly the
Yes.
same.
I am.
People we're trying to help others without helping ourselves.
Yes.
You go to diet, you go to business, you go to
Mm-hmm.
everything. First, help yourself.
Yes.
You're good,
Like,
and then you can help others. And that's what's for me as well. Helping my family and helping people around me. I had to help myself. Yeah, people are gonna say it's their people. They think, oh, selfish. No, it's not being
no. Yeah.
selfish. Because if you don't help others and try, if you not helping yourself and trying to be ahead of yourself, trying to help others,
Yes.
and then if you're trying to have three or four people, all of you, it's gonna be in trouble.
Like I have a good analogy for that. Just a super quick example. Like let's say I want to help people financially, and
Okay.
let's say I just have like $10,
Okay.
but then I'm helping 5 people. Okay, and then I give two each.
Mm,
So then I don't have anything for myself.
exactly.
Now they have to. Actually, I'm the one who doesn't. So it's like you can't give something that you don't have.
Beautiful. And then who's gonna be struggling?
Yourself,
And who's gonna be unhappy?
myself. Yeah. See. So that's the and just really touching base on that all since we touched base. So I'm also getting the implication that who you surround yourself with is
Yes,
very important.
it is, it
It's
is,
very important.
it is. I think I have a saying that champions only surround themselves with the champion. Only.
Oh, not people who make a lot of excuses.
So I mean,
No, no.
yeah, yeah, yes, no, no.
See,
But when I say champions, champions,
I mean
Mark.
life, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When I say
yeah,
champions, it's like uh business.
yeah.
Because again, let's touch in base with this because I think this is deep. Sometimes we say the word, oh, surround yourself with champion, and then people can say, oh, I'm not a champion. No, you are. So it
Yeah,
depends. So your diet. So you look for
yeah.
someone doing
How
a
you
diet.
carry yourself.
How you carry yourself. How you how you treat
Treat
people.
others,
How you treat
yes.
people. How you treat others. That's next level. So again, uh,
How accountable you
ex-
are when you make because we all make
exactly.
mistakes. We all
That's
fail at something we tried, but how accountable are you?
This is next level. This again, that's for me. Be a champion. That's how we surround ourselves with champion. Someone is complaining every day, and then we surround ourselves with them. What's going
With
to happen to
complainer.
us?
We're
It's
gonna be a complainer also.
complainer. So and then we surround ourselves with someone that they always positive, always and
Mm.
then they motivate us.
Super quick story. Dino was one of the guys because again we weren't under you yet before
Yes.
that time, so I was still like victim mentality complaining. And then one time Dino called me. That's why having real friends who will call you out is very. Dino is like, "Yo, Mark, can you like stop complaining on Facebook about the traffic? Can you stop, bro?
Mm.
It's like you complain about every little thing.
Wow. What a
So
great friend.
and see, but most people will get mad. They'll be like, "Oh man, Dino, how dare you talk to me like that, man? I was
Yeah.
just venting,
Yeah.
bro." But that's why really surrounding people who really genuinely care
Wow.
about you
Wow.
is
That's
super.
next level. Exactly.
That's why I appreciate Dino. I appreciate all the people who like hold me accountable, who want to see the best in me, who want and um Now, Professor, I know we've been talking for quite a long time already. I truly appreciate that. I know we have a lot of. I wanted to ask you and talk about a lot of other stuff, but I don't think we have that much time. But Professor, I just again my gratitude, our gratitude to you for it's a different. I'll do that some other time, like our journey, like how we started and how. But again, I just want to thank you for really helping me first, because again, I can't help the others if I don't help my. So when you help me, when you give me, I go to you, you give me suggestions, you give me advice, so I can be a better professor, I can be a better friend, I can be. So I really just want to thank you for that first, because of those lessons, those learnings, we're able to continue to build
Mm.
what we have, the Alliance Cobrinha Manila. So thank you so much, Professor, for the time. And yeah, and any last words for
What I want to say, Mark, it's very simple. It's I want to say that how much I'm proud of you, because what you have been doing for the community of your country, it's next level. I remembered when we started. It
Mhm.
was just few,
Yeah,
and then looking at the room nowadays, it's unbelievable. So, but again, how we do that, being a good leader with the leadership. We don't want the people just to follow us. No,
yeah,
each one of them in that room, I can see that leadership. So, and with that, you're impacting more people's lives. That's the beauty of it. So I think that you should be very. I'm proud of you,
thank
and you should be proud of yourself, because us as they call us, because I don't tell them to call me
you.
professor. They
Yes,
call me whatever,
yeah,
call me
yeah,
whatever they feel like,
yeah,
right? They title, right? So
yeah,
they listen. You put me in the tag. What do you want to call me, right?
yeah,
So, but as a professor, I think, like I said before, that so we have that power of influencing a lot of people in a good way.
yes,
And why not take this advantage, and take their lives to the
yeah,
next
yeah.
level? And that's what you're doing here in the Philippines, and I'm so happy to be part of it. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Absolute pleasure,
Professor.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and
Pleasure.
thank you so much for watching. Next year, he's Professor's always here every year, so hopefully, we get the time. You guys get the time to get to train and experience how it is to be around Professor Cobrinha Charles. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
And
Bye
don't forget to drop the comments below. What are you guys thought about this great interview? Thank
Yeah,
you all.
thank you all. Bye bye.
And then all of us is gonna say